Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NJCAAE Losers Final. Thank you for joining us. This is the match that we have all been waiting for. We're going to find out who's going to move on to the grand finals for the National Series, for the Premier League. And joining me today is my co-caster, Matt17. Welcome back.
Hello. I think it's going to be a pretty exciting matchup tonight. Looks like we're going to be starting off with the CBC Hawks versus Daytona State Esports. And the winner of this losers final will have a chance to move on to the grand finals to take on Wake Tech, who's waiting for them. But it won't be easy because whoever wins this, being that this is a losers final, whoever wins this will have to win 2 matches in the grand finals in order to take it all home. But should be some really good Rock League either way.
Right now, I mean, we're playing some of the highest college level right now. This is the Tier 1 series, as they call it. And honestly, I gotta say, I mean, Caster's Curse, I don't want to predict anything real bad or jinx them, but seeing Daytona versus Wake Tech right now would kind of be the dream come true. I mean, you remember our first stream.
I do, yeah. We started the season actually casting both of those teams in separate matches. And here they are, both with a chance to take it all home.
See, to reintroduce our players. On Daytona's side, we have Tyler Knuckle Knight, Brady Stroud as lefty, Donald Walton as Sullis, excuse me, and Anthony Polinsky as Bob Sosa. And lastly, Connor Daigle as Abusive Bagel. I don't believe I saw that one last time.
Yeah, that's definitely a new name to me. On the other side, for the Hawks, looks like we have Tice Rogers as Evan Chase, Daniel Lanier as Lanix. Sorry if I'm butchering your names. Feel free to correct me later. I've got Jason Gomez as Yaxon, Thomas Kochenauer as Rolex, and Tyler Dodson as Flung.
Yeah, it's like a Key and Peele sketch right
here. Yeah, I feel a little bit. But yeah, it should be a pretty exciting matchup. These are all top tier players. I mean, really, I don't think there's any bad players or bad teams. You know, I've heard professionals say in the pro circuit that it really just comes down to who's playing better that day. You know, everyone's really, really good, and I think it's no different here. So should be some exciting games.
Looking forward to it.
Looks like should be ready in just another minute or so. Have things get underway.
I can't imagine the players' nerves right now. I mean, like, I though it feels like, you know, you're fighting to get into second. I mean, you still have another potentially 3 series to go before you take it all home. I mean, being there, it's got to be super nerve-wracking, and blood pressure must be through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, do you think there's more pressure on Wake Tech, who's just needs to win 1 match in the grand finals and who's just waiting right now, or more pressure for the whichever team is coming from the losers final, being that they have so many games ahead of them, and do you think like all the extra gameplay for them right now is gonna help them or hinder them? You think, you know, Wake Tech might come in kind of cold?
So I would say that actually, Wake Tech right now is just kind of chilling. They're waiting around, and they've had a hell of a run this entire season. And now they're sitting on top, but up top, you know, like you said, they're gonna get cold. They're gonna be waiting around. Whoever wins out of this series is gonna be coming in there already feeling like, you know, warmed up.
I'm sure they're warming up, you know, doing maybe some free play or scrims or something, but you know, there's nothing like actually just getting into the competitive mindset of, you know, playing another team right now, and then you actually get there and you're, you know, now your blood is pumping and the other team has kind of everything to lose, and I don't know, you're fighting for it all from the bottom. So yeah, it should be a pretty exciting matchup. I'm really excited for this.
Oh yeah, big time. Oh man, I don't know if you recall in our first interview with the Wake Tech captain, he told us that he's coming for blood.
Oh, I do, yeah. All right.
All
looks
right,
like
getting
we're
right
finally
into
underway.
it. Both teams. Right now, I mean, starting off, you gotta get the flow of the game, set the tempo. Setting the tempo in the beginning of this series is gonna be extremely important. I mean, especially for Daytona.
And already, I think talking about nerves, looks like saw a little nerves out of some of the CBC players there. Saw a little double commit, a little collision, but looks like they recovered fine out of it. They're all a little low on boost on their side, but it looks like Daytona is like really both teams, honestly. Yeah. Oh, it's nobody.
And almost a shot on goal from Lefty over there off the left wall. Call that a pun. And yeah, I mean, honestly, you can really see some of the nerves showing. Both teams making some fatal mistakes there, with some double commits and then a double whiff from Daytona State. You can definitely tell the nerves are high, but I think, with just a little over 4 minutes left to go, I think they're going to find their rhythm, and CBC Hawks is seeming to find theirs. We have Yax taking to the wall. Knuckle trying to pass it to his teammate, but we got 3 defenders in net from CBC.
Ooh, good patience there by Lefty. Had all the boost, didn't waste an ounce of it. Just waited. Knew he had the easy 50. Ooh, shot on the Hawks net, but couldn't quite connect. Good defense by the Hawks so far.
Stolas looking for a pass off mid to Knuckles. Couldn't quite connect the way he wanted to. Lefty with an amazing 50. Good recovery off that, and he got a flip. Solis looking to pass mid. CBC, a little low on boost, and it finds its way into its bottom left corner. Solis scores.
Wow. That was some great hustle out of Daytona there. We saw, I think, a rough start out of everybody. That, like, as you mentioned before, I think really the nerves kind of getting the best of them. Not everyone putting their, their Sunday best on. But, it looks like everyone's starting to get a little more warmed up. The tempo of the game is starting to pick up a little bit. We're seeing a bit more back and forth out of both teams.
Absolutely. Knuckle with a shot on after what looked like, I believe, what was that? Knuckle dunked him, and then Solis took the shot on, excuse me. But that was a wonderful play by Daytona over there. A little bit of razzle-dazzle.
Yeah, it looks like the Hawks just found themselves a little overextended up the midfield and couldn't make it back in time to save that. It's a tough spot for them to be in.
Yep. Beautiful block by Lanix, but will it be enough to stop Daytona? They're finding their tempo, getting a little aggressive on the play over there. You see half of Daytona, pretty much entirely Daytona, an orange half over there, circling back and really applying that pressure that you really want to, especially early game. You can see Daytona with all the boost right now, and CBC looking kind of dangerous with the most boost they have, 21. Excellent demo out of Solis there. Lefty with a shot on, doesn't quite make it. Knuckles is going to go off the right wall. Try to pass mid to Solis. Finds a shot. It doesn't make it, though. Just shy of slotting. But can he make up for it right now with the excellent pass to Knuckles off the back wall there? Daytona's got to go.
The pressure from Daytona right now is immense. I mean, they just have all the control. Oh my God, what a play!
Jesus,
the carry into the flip for a beautiful pass that just finds its way into the corner right there. Actually, didn't even get the flip. That was just straight carry. That was beautiful, though. Well executed by Daytona.
Genuinely, I mean, it looked like a fairy tale right there. Wow, beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, son. I mean, CBC needs to find some offense over here. They've been stuck in the orange half for how about half this game now? With 2 minutes of regulation left to go, CBC is gonna need to start getting some boosts and getting some pressure.
Yeah, it seems to really be the key right now. Daytona just has had all the possession and also all of the boost. Just boost starving, doing a great job boost starving the Hawks. Although it looks like they found some now, and now they might be able to break out of their own half finally. But Hawks have largely just been trapped in their own half, forced to play defense over and over, and just deal with the relentless onslaught from Daytona, who's just really picking up the pace and finding their groove, finding each other a lot. I mean, seeing a lot of great passes, and I think that's going to be the key to winning this series, honestly. whichever team
Yep,
can.
and it looks like CBC finds himself caught out yet again as Daytona is just shot after shot after shot. I mean, wow, excellent shot by Lefty over there through two defenders.
There. It's just make Daytona's doing such a great job, just making it so awkward for the Hawks, and they're just really struggling to find their footing here. But there's still a little over a minute left. I mean, you know, I've seen crazier things. If they can get something going soon, I mean, the chances of bringing it back in this match, in this game, not super high. But at the very least, you want to take some momentum into the next game. You know, you don't
take it into the next one. Yep.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, dreams do come true. I mean, with a minute left, I mean, yeah, this is Rocket League. Anything could happen. You know, kickoff goals later, you could spell trouble for Daytona, but it's not looking likely.
I know, I've been there.
And here we have Knuckles carrying it across the pitch, looking for a flip reset, finds it, but CBC is luckily there, waiting patiently in their net. Solis is going to take it off the right wall now, probably going to go for a carry here. Finds a Musty in the mid, not looking for the shot. Two defenders on CBC side to block it in. They're saying no more. Now, they may not be able to put the pressure, but they're not letting any balls through.
I mean, yeah, the defense is at least picking up, but the problem is, I mean, defense can only take you so far. At some point, you just got to score some goals and get them in the net. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen in this game, but hopefully they can find their rhythm, take this into the next match and find their rhythm, get a few more goals into Daytona's net next match. But looks like Daytona will take game one, take the early lead in this best of 5 matchup.
That was an intense game. You can feel all the pressure, all the nerves there.
I mean, look at the saves from the Hawks. They have 9 saves combined. And then you're talking about 15 shots combined from Daytona. Like,
wow.
Sheesh. Wow. That's a pretty
it was an onslaught,
pretty rough. Honestly, a relentless onslaught indeed by Daytona. They really did once they found their footing, they did a great job just keeping up with that tempo, looking for each other, getting those passes out, maintaining boost possession and just possession of the ball. Just really controlled the entire flow of that match. You know, hopefully in game 2, though, we can see the Hawks wake up a little bit. Maybe they'll find their footing and have a little more back and forth. You know, we'd love to see an exciting series.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think that, you know, I'm going to predict right now. Game 2, Hawks are going to score more than 1 goal.
Game 2, more than 1 goal, but are they going to take it all? That's the real question.
You know, as much as I want to root for the Hawks, I got to say, after I want the fairy tale ending. I mean,
we're casters, all right. We have to be impartial, all right. I'm not taking sides here. Do I want to see particular matchup? Sure, but I know whoever we're gonna see. I mean, I don't know. The Hawks, they could just find their footing this next game, and maybe Daytona won't be able to, you know, take anything.
They were looking strong there. They were looking strong.
That was a strong finish. The last minute and a half were really, really solid. So, you know, it could be anybody's game in the next one.
And at the end of the day, no one's here that doesn't deserve to be. I mean, they found themselves here. And, yeah, they're definitely deserving of the title. Anyone's game. You're right.
Oh, 100%. And I think we'll have the next game up in just another moment here.
I gotta say, I'm really loving the mechanical play out of Daytona right now.
Oh yeah, the mechanics are been really I really saw them coming into their own, getting really comfortable, going for flip resets more often, just going for like these extended carries, just great boost management and all that. You know, looking, you know, for like musty flicks to make a pass, and it's just they were very, very.
It can be very intimidating when you're on the back of the back line of the net, and you just see your team, you see the opposing team just flicking, passing. I mean, just having fun, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like.
That's definitely. It looks like they're having fun, and that's something you definitely want to see. You want to feel. You know, it takes the pressure off.
100%.
Like, you know, getting that early lead was also important.
No, 100%. I mean, when we when we casted our first matches at the beginning of the season, yeah, that was something I feel like I said so many times. Was just how Rocket League is very much a game all about momentum, and really that momentum just it can propel you forward. Just once you kind of get the ball rolling, it just kind of just steamroll downhill. But that can also flip on a dime. All it takes is like one or two goals from the opposing side, and momentum can shift in a heartbeat. And then before you know it, you're looking at a real serious matchup. So, but we'll
Yep.
see how it goes. Looks like a timeout was called, so we
Yeah.
just have a longer than normal break here. But game should be started up real soon. So, hey, I like your jacket, by the way, bud.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah,
I need an
it's
excuse to
nice.
wear it.
Yeah, man. Well, now's the time. I mean, we are here at the end of the road. It's end of the season, finals. So
Yep.
you gotta
I, for
look
one,
your
have been
best.
ecstatic
Oh yeah, I've
this
been
year.
I've
I
been
mean,
waiting for this
jittery.
since we
Yeah.
started the season. Honestly.
I mean, it's grand finals. I mean, like, just I don't
Whew.
know the energy around it. If there was a bigger stage, I think everyone would turn up. I mean, when we went to the Rocket League World Championships, the RLCS, that was definitely
Mm-hmm.
the energy there was just so electric.
Oh yeah. No, I mean it's a shame to not be able to play in front of a crowd. I mean, streaming is it's still great, but I do wonder sometimes, how much, like most things, does it help or hinder, having the crowd behind you or against you, all that noise, I feel like it's maybe a bit less pressure, hopefully, for the players playing just online like this. But it would be exciting to see. I mean, the energy of a crowd, nothing like it.
Honestly, with the way the NJCAAE organization is growing, I mean, like a couple of years ago, it was nothing like this. You know, they weren't casting much, or it's maybe a couple of titles. It was a very small organization, and just this year they've had a momentous uptake and the amount of schools joining, and student participation. If you check out their Instagram page, they have a little bit of stats there. They can check it out, but it's really cool to see such involvement uh,
Yeah.
from students in colleges in esports. I mean, it's not very
No,
widely known,
100%.
especially when you get to like a certain level. But spreading information
Absolutely.
about it, getting people interested, it's get the students involved, it gets the people involved into something that can be very exciting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can only imagine what it's like, and it's great that this org has grown so much to be able to afford that opportunity to so many players, particularly who are students and such all around the
Yeah,
country. It's great.
all
Actually, a little
right.
fun fact related to that. This is actually CBC's first full year as a program, so it's kind of it must be especially exciting to this is the first real team as like a whole playing a whole season, a whole year here. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, while we wait on this time out over here, let's just
yeah,
yeah,
let's.
let's go cut well,
Absolutely.
we'll
I
be right
couldn't have
back.
said it better myself. Hey. All right, we are finally back. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We just had short intermission there due to some technical difficulties, but I think we got everything all sorted out, and we're ready to get back into it. So,
Very exciting. Thanks.
yeah. Oh, here we go.
All right.
Just jumping straight.
Back on the pitch. CBC getting a little bit of a timeout there. Hopefully going to find their groove. Yaxon going for a play. Straight down the middle. Lefty intercepts. Lennox is going to go for a flick, but looks like nothing's to come of it. Lefty with a nice intercept there off the left wall. And Solus taking that mid. Looks like he might have a flip reset. Didn't quite, actually. Lefty's going to pop it high. Lennox is a little bit in a dangerous spot with no boost, and it's going to find its way into the top of the net. That is so disheartening. I mean, like when you miss the pad on the way and you just see the ball of doom floating towards you.
Ooh, yeah, that's really tough there. The dive from Evan was a little risky there and really left Lennox in a bad spot with no boost, unfortunately.
Yep, and it looks like Lefty is early on terrorizing with some demos. And, funny enough, it looks like I feel like every time we cut to Lefty, he's on the left wall. I mean, I feel like he's aptly named. And he's still going after demo. Solus is going to take it down mid now with a great pass down to Lefty. Finds his way into the bottom left of CBC's net. I mean, that was a beautiful play, textbooked almost. Wow.
Absolutely. Amazing pass out by Solus. Blasted their boost right there. Played it perfectly off the curve of the wall and right down to his teammate.
I wouldn't expect anything less out of Daytona right now. I mean, with the pressure they've been putting, it looks like this timeout has really only helped them.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say the timeout didn't seem to have any bearing at all on their momentum. I mean, they came out just as hot as they left the last match, if not hotter. So it's going to be a real uphill climb for CBC here, but anything can happen. I believe in the boys.
Anything can happen. I believe in them too. I mean, like I am a sucker for an underdog. And here we have Lefty back for the right for the first time, passing it down to Solus in the mid. Can we find a play? Three-man play over here. Down the knuckles. Are they going to find a shot? Not quite. Excellent defense out of Evan Chase over there. Back in the CBC net. Yaxon's going to take it. Pass it mid. It doesn't look like anyone's going for the shot, though. I mean, really, you just see CBC giving away possession time and time again, not finding their play. But wow, determined to shut me up. Evan slots it far down.
Well, somebody had to do it, right?
Shoot, I mean that is a beautiful shot. How many rotations was that?
I mean, I
at least one.
I didn't really have anything to say about it. It was kind of left me speechless, honestly. A lot of power, bar down, right into two defenders, and still finds its way in. That was a beautiful shot. Hopefully the Hawks can take that momentum and ride it forward. See if they can get something going with just 3 minutes left to go here in this second game.
Yep. Here we have CBC with a lot of boost, and look, we have Yaxon on left. He's stuck in a Rule 1, and wow. Respect. A lot of respect to these two players. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what Rule 1 is, it's when two players get locked in head-on-head like that. They're required by sacred code of the game to stay there until a goal is scored. And it looks like immediately after, they paid the price for that one. As CBC found it into a net tie game with just a little over half the game to go. It looks like CBC's finding their groove, putting a lot of pressure on Daytona's side. Lennox is going to go mid there, not quite having the boost or the flip to catch the ball. Knuckles is going to retrieve it. And here we have Lefty with no boost. Solus is going to go for the shot, a flip reset. Didn't quite find it though. Lennox right now just being a defensive staple on CBC's side. No one there from Daytona to take the shot as it flies out mid. CBC looking a little open, but nothing to come of it. Beautiful demo over there from Evan on Lefty. Finding the Daytona net open, but I mean, like, Knuckles is there on the back wall.
Oh, it's going to waterfall down. It looks like it'll be an easy shot for Lennox. Ooh, it just looks like Daytona could not keep up with the pressure. The Hawks, just that demo they got a moment ago, I think was instrumental in creating this play, but really just... it looks like the momentum has definitely shifted, just seeing them non-stop take it back to Daytona's side over and over. until they couldn't keep up anymore. It'll be interesting to see if Daytona will be able to keep up with this momentum shift and keep playing their game the way they were, as they have to take a more defensive stance going forward now.
It's looking like it. I mean, before they definitely paying the price for their very freestyle gameplay. You know, they got a little sloppy there, and they left themselves open to attack, and CBC really found that opportunity. Here we have Lennox taking it down straight to lefty. Yaxon, can he get the save off? Known from Daytona to finish the shot up. Solis is going to try to keep the ball in, and Yaxon just clearing it back to corner. CBC looking in a little bit of a tricky spot with low boost on their side, but they manage to clear out. Lefty's going to try to take control of this ball, hopefully take it down the pitch, but you know, CBC is just putting like incredible pressure. But then we have wow, what a redirect!
Honestly, but
what a nicer save
as well.
Yep, exactly. To be able to read the ball that fast, I mean, this is a high level gameplay that we've come here for. You know, it really just takes that one little mistake.
Honestly, I mean, at this point, it could be anybody's game. We're seeing a lot more back and forth, just fighting for control of the midfield and just control of the ball in general.
Yeah, and Daytona on a double commit over there.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe a little bit of infighting too. Hopefully not.
No, I mean, you know, in these high stress.
Wow!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god! Almost finding its way. Oh, heartbreaking.
Beautiful shot. That would have been the equalizer
CBC.
there.
Yep, holding it down with 30 seconds of regulation. Knuckles is not going to find the shot. They're just bouncing it off the sideline now, off the post over here. Daytona's going to need to do something soon if they want to get into overtime.
Oh!
And wow!
And just as he said it looks like they finally found their way into the net after just heartbreaking shot into the post. Again and again and again, but finally this one just finds its way through. Looks like the Hawks could not keep up, and now with 12 seconds left, we've got a tie game. We might see some overtime here in game 2 already.
Yeah, wow, already heating up. I mean, like both these teams, have had the time to warm up, and it looks like they're playing, you know, some of their best right now. It's gonna really come down to those little mistakes, and you know, and they're gonna. Wow, here we go, overtime, game 2. You know, I think I might be clairvoyant, Matt. It's like every time I speak it, it comes into existence. So let's see if we can keep the streak going tonight. Wow, CBC finding a net completely open. Solis is going to take it all the way. Daytona to take game 2 of the series. That was fatal. Evan off the wall over there. I mean, who knows what he was doing? Solis saw the opportunity and gets a little bit of a turtle goal. Kind of a flex right there on Daytona's side.
After just fighting that whole time to claw your way back.
Excuse me. I didn't quite notice this before. Does that say RLCS 2024 Challenger on Solis's? Are you kidding me?
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Wait, somebody get to me the rule book. I didn't realize we were allowed RLCS players in here. Jesus.
No, honestly,
that just goes to speak. You know, goes to show. Just how competitive this league is.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Honestly, I will say, every player here is, I think, just as good as the next. And you know, the fact that you could even compete at that level, the fact that everyone here is now competing, and it's just so close and so back and forth. I'm like, yeah, I mean, really, these are some of the best players. Across the country, you know. It's like
exactly.
Even amongst the pro scene, I mean, you know, you're talking about a really small percentage of players, and it's like the top players in the world, even at the collegiate level, are still some of the best players in the world, and so this is really, really exciting. But I got to say,
I mean, wow, I got my heart pumping from that game.
Oh yeah, no, honestly, like I really feel my blood pressure raising here, and that's just such I really feel for the Hawks there. That was such a heartbreaking loss. I mean, to just claw your way back and to, you know, take the lead, and then you go to overtime. Daytona, you know, finds their way back, and it's so close. And then 9 seconds in, it's just you just walk it in. Like, what happened there? You know, nobody was back. Really unfortunate for CBC there, but overall, still really exciting game.
Very competitive game still.
100%. And hopefully they can take that same energy and that back and forth into the next game, and hopefully, more than the next game. I'd love to see this go all the way to Game 5. I love those close
Game
matches.
5, yeah, off the rip would be very intense. It's definitely going to set the tone for the next match. I mean, like, if you're coming fresh off a Game 5 win, your heart's pounding, your adrenaline's high, and your mind is sharp, So it's really gonna set the tempo for the grand finals. Whoever wins here and however they win it, looking forward to it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and it looks like we have a little bit of an intermission here before we get this third game. We haven't, I guess, some connection problems or something from before, maybe resurfacing. Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully this one will be a little shorter than the last. We want to keep things fun and entertaining for everyone who's watching this, and also, we want those players to stay hot. These sorts of breaks can sometimes affect the momentum and everything, and so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be right back into Game 3 shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to return to Game 3 now. It looks like CBC, Columbia Basin College, was taking their second time out, hoping to cut Daytona off at the stem right there and hopefully regain some momentum back into it, So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
This is it, best of 5.
Underway. Yeah, potentially a match point here if the Hawks
can
find their rhythm.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is everything. This is tournament life right now for CBC. And it's quite a miss right there. Lefty's going to look for a flip reset. Wow, incredible defense out of Yaxon right there as Lefty goes for the fake, and he didn't get it. I mean, like, I would have been caught by that, definitely. And it looks like Daytona's going to try to apply some early pressure right now, keeping it in the orange half.
Playing in this league, buddy.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Knuckles going to shoot it down to mid, but Daytona, not taking a risk on that. I mean, like, it looks like they want to close out this series, and that's going to require some patience out of Daytona over here. If they can play some good, strong Rocket League, keep those fundamental defensive basics there. Oh, wow, and that was a big miss there. And, but CBC doesn't find a shot, and they do now. As Solus passes it out down middle, and the Axon waiting patiently. Wow, that's great.
Just
Taking an early
back
lead.
to such a tough spot to be in. None either of his other teammates having any boost or anywhere near their net yet. It's a really tough spot for him to be in. Hopefully, this means that the Hawks getting the early lead though can build on that and get some momentum going.
Yep, and it looks like they're going to try right here. Lanix on the left wall with 9 boost. Not quite looking for a play, just staying in the middle. Knuckles is going to go ahead and pass it down mid. Gets a ceiling pass. Oh, what an incredible carry, but it denied by Lanix over here. I can't wait to see how many saves he has at the end of this game. He's just been, a brick wall down in the orange half. Daytona not quite finding the passes as they were before. Going to pass it down mid, down to Knuckles, but no third man to clean it up. Lefty. Oh, misses it right off the post there. That could have been
right
tie
off the
game.
left post. Maybe he should start going to the right side. Catch my drift. I'm sorry. That's really tough, though. I feel that as a Rocket League player myself. I feel that in my bones.
Here we have Knuckles gonna take it down mid. Lanix with a nice flick, but no one to receive. Lefty just finding it there. Knuckles gonna go for a double here, and he finds it. There we go.
Beautiful play. All right, way to answer back by Daytona.
Wow. Daytona tying the game with 2:51 left on the clock. To anyone's game. CBC still holding on for tournament life right now, and they're looking like by a thread. CBC needs to tighten up that defense, and it looks like everyone's really just playing for everything right now. This is all chips on the table right now.
Yeah, and all the pressure really is on the Hawks right now, being that this is tournament life for them. If Daytona loses, they still have 2 more chances to take it home to get to the grand finals. Yep.
And did Solus get the flip reset? It looks like he did, but we got 2 defenders back on CBC Hawks side. They're really locking it down over there, but they're not locking it down on the boost possession. We see Daytona with a lot of boosts, and CBC just kind of hanging back there, hoping for the best. And, there we go. A silencing shot by Knuckles over there. It really says, we're here, and we're going to take this game. They want to close it out, and it looks like they just might. If this continues.
Honestly. Now Daytona is really looks like they're starting to find their groove again. Really, again, with 2 minutes left, it could be either team. It's such a tight game. We're seeing both teams really starting to step it up, and the rotations are getting a little tighter, the positioning, the possessions. But right now, I'm gonna be honest. What really scares me is Daytona. I don't know. They just look really scary across the pitch.
Yeah, they are. They're aggressive. They're in sync right now, and they're making everything they need to. Save that. But
well, it's just you've just seen so many passing plays out of them, and out of the Hawks, we're just not seeing them position very well for the passes. We're not seeing the second man diving, the third man playing close enough, or sometimes they play too close, and then there's nobody back if there's a breakaway, and it's just seems like they're really struggling to find their footing. Quite literally, the positioning is just kind of everything right now, and it's really working out in Daytona's favor here.
Yep, we got 1 minute and 14 left on the clock, and Daytona is fighting to close out the game. CBC over here, everything they got. You have a minute before the accumulation of your season ends. You got to go for everything. There is no maybe, there is no hesitation. You have to get this point right now. Otherwise it's rats. And it looks like, I hope they understand that, because defense is not going to win this game right now. Solus finding a free net, and 3-1 with 48 seconds left on the clock. that just might be the dagger.
Yeah, honestly, this could be it for the Hawks. A beautiful catch right there by Solus. Just put a little flair on that shot there.
And that's what Daytona does, you know? They're scary, they're big, they're loud, and they're definitely in your face when they play. CBC, with 40 seconds left on the clock, they have to find something soon. Gonna go pass out mid. Hopefully Yaxon can get the shot. Finds himself a little awkward. No boost. I mean, 0 boost on CBC side. Nothing to do. Missing the instrumental shots. 28 seconds. Can they find it there? Wow, Lennox really scrapping for that one. That was great. That was great.
After I saw Yaxon not get it here, I really thought that might be it for them. Excellent recovery. I don't know if he caught that wave dash on Lennox's recovery there. They actually
beautiful.
Got bumped midair, and beautiful recovery just to be there and get that in. And I mean, Again, season on the line, you need everything. You got to give it your all right now.
Yup, 20 seconds before, the potential end of this game. Knuckles is going to go for a shot. Denied by CBC. Solus, no boost, and it looks like CBC may have a shot over here if they have any amount of boost and any amount of pressure. Not going to find it. 4 seconds over here. Yaxon's going to try to keep it alive on the left, on the right wall, and they find it in the goal. Daytona wins the losers final. And 3 out of 5 over here. That is, wow, it looks like we might just have our fairy tale matchup after all, but that's heartbreaking for CBC to be so close and yet so far.
Absolutely.
That is, wow.
I mean, that is unfortunately a wrap on their season, and but I will say credit to the players. I mean, they played their hearts out.
Yeah.
They did the best they could, and it just wasn't their match to take, unfortunately. But everybody played super well. That was very, very exciting matchup. The numbers might make it look like we skewed, one way more than the other, but
definitely
that was very close games. It could have been anybody's.
Almost as close as it could be. I mean, wow. A 3-0 sweep from Daytona, though, I mean, that is momentum. That is exciting. I mean, the losers final going to ride that high all the way down. And
that's the thing. Talking before about momentum. Now you're seeing Daytona coming off real hot off of this series, going into their matchup in just a bit against Wake Tech here. So
wow, and just really quick to congratulate all the players that made it this far. Congratulations to CBC over here.
Yes,
they made 3rd place in the Premier League National Finals over here. I mean, that is no short feat, especially in their first season out. I mean, it's impressive on all accounts. But
absolutely, 100%. Credit to everybody. Congrats to both teams just for making it this far.
But big shout out to Daytona. Really excited, and let's see if we can get the Daytona captain in here for an interview after the game. I mean, I'm sure right now he's probably reeling, just super, super pumped right now. Let's see.
All right. It looks like we are joined by Solus of Daytona. How are you feeling right now, coming off of that big win?
Feels good. Obviously a little unfortunate with the servers, but we're still happy to get the dub and move on to Wake Tech.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, I don't know if you were watching our stream or you're watching the first stream of the season, but Wake Tech is they said they're coming for you. They're really excited to play you. It turns out you guys are some a little bit of league rivals over here. This is an exciting matchup. How do you feel about that? I mean, coming off a 3-0 win, how do you feel about this?
I mean, we played them. I think we're coming up on the 4th time this season. Wow. We played them quite a few times throughout the season, for the East postseason and everything. They got our number in the uppers, but we're coming back. We want the double sweep. We want the reverse bracket. Lefty's been grinding. Knuckles been grinding. I've been sitting back and watching them. It's been great.
It shows. It shows that you guys have been really, putting in that season work. Yeah, I mean, it is some really beautiful tight gameplay there. I mean, obviously, with any beginning series, it starts out a little rough, but as soon as you guys got the ball rolling, it was like a steam engine. You couldn't stop it, and it just kept going, goal after goal, incredible pressure.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I want to ask you, because we were talking about this a lot during the match just now. But how do you feel that momentum, carrying that momentum forward from this, is going to help you going into the matchup against Wake Tech? Like, do you think them coming in a little colder, not having played, and them, with the mindset that they only need to win one match versus two that you guys need to win, how do you think that works for you guys? Do you think that it really helps like push you guys forward, drive the motivation for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, coming in with a scrim and coming in from a league match is completely different. There's a lot of different intensities, no matter if you want to take it intensely in a scrim. There's that pressure that you feel from playing in a playoff match. So we do have that going for us. Obviously, we have to take 2 off them, where they only take 1 off of us. But we're ready for that. We're ready for anything they bring at us. And we're ready for a reverse backman.
Yeah, I mean, you guys sound hungry. You got a real big appetite, and we'll we'll see what kind of feast gets served up in the grand finals here.
There you go.
All right. Well, Solus, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to watching the next match, potentially, hopefully for you guys, the next 2 matches. But thanks again for joining us.
We're hoping for some really exciting series.
No
See you later,
worries.
Solus. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that was a great series. Really excited. It's nice to talk to him, and I think we're gonna go ahead and cut to a short break before we move on to grand finals. I mean, here we are.
This is what everyone's been grinding for, and if I feel this way, how must they feel? But we'll be right back after a short break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the NJCAAE Grand Finals. I mean, this is the big stage. This is what's all come down to the entire season, down to these couple games right now. You know, we're really looking forward to watching these two incredible teams, Wake Tech and Daytona, take it on head-to-head in the Grand Finals over here. Energy's high. You know, everybody's going to get up and get loud, and we're either going to crown a champion tonight.
Absolutely. And I mean, if you looked at that graphic there just a moment ago, Wake Tech and Daytona actually played in the uppers before, and it was Wake Tech that sent Daytona down to the losers finals. But now they're back, trying to take it all from them. And just to reintroduce the teams, we're already familiar with Daytona, who we just watched. But Wake Tech now involved in this matchup. We're going to have Craig Bartik as Deadsy, Colby Martin as Onset, and Daniel Flickfilet, which my favorite. I love that name.
You already know, and here we are in game 1, best of 5. Let's see who's going to take it off. We have Knuckles taking it down mid. These teams are exploding out of the gate, eager to get that early lead. I mean, like, this is what it's come down to. I cannot stress it enough. You know, this is a big moment for both these teams, hoping to take the championship. Daytona said, "You are not going to shut me out," and they get an early lead as Knuckles stops it bottom right with a beautiful pass off the left wall over there from Solis, and Wake Tech just caught out just barely by maybe a millimeter, maybe a pixel, but it's just enough. 4:34 in the game already, and we have Daytona scoring.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Daytona, just as Solis said in that interview a little while ago, they're carrying that momentum forward with them for sure, and they're really, really eager to prove themselves here against Wake Tech and take it all from them.
Yeah, but you know,
right
I mean, if any previous games during the season have been an indicator, Wake Tech is not one to stay silent. I mean, they sent Daytona there once. They're looking to send them there again, but Daytona will not be silenced. They will not be buried, and I don't think they're going to go out without a fight, evidently. We have Onset going with a carry down the mid, looking for a flip reset. Doesn't find it, passes it mid, but two defenders from Daytona over there shut it out. Here we have Daytona low boost and on the defense over here, looking a little scary. Wake Tech with all the boost and momentum. They're going to take a shot on. Lefty denies. Flickflay is going to look for the pass in mid, but Knuckles is going to pass it out and clear that ball. Seeing a lot of intense back and forth over here from both teams.
Yeah, it looked like Wake Tech was putting some good pressure on Daytona there for a while, but they're finally able to clear the ball out, and now it's a little more back and forth.
Yup. And here we have Onset trying to look for a pass to Flickflay, maybe a solo play. You know, it was looking a little choppy, but Wake Tech back on the defensive. And a big miss out of Flickflay over there. Could spell trouble, and it is, as Knuckles just slots it in from, like, what was that, like a 5-degree angle from the post? That was incredible.
Absolutely. I think Flickflay got faked there, thinking the ball was going to be hit, and I don't know if that was intentional or not, but, you know, at the end of the day, it worked out for Daytona.
They found the goal.
Yep, found the back of that net. With just 3 minutes to go. It's Daytona's game to lose right now.
Yup. You know, they're taking some powerful shots on, putting a lot of great pressure exactly where it needed to be. You know, I got to say, out of all the teams, if I were to compare Daytona to a professional team right now, although they're practically semi-professional, they're kind of like reminiscent of G2. And for anyone that doesn't watch esports, Rocket League esports in the major leagues, they're a team that loves to pass a lot, and they can be very aggressive, very mechanical, especially this past season. And it looks like Daytona is very much emulating that as they go ahead and take a pass down on the right side, looking for the shot to lefty. And we have some excellent rotations over here. Solis not quite finding the pass over there. No one back home on the Daytona side. Wake Tech looking for a shot. Deadsy's going to take it, but doesn't find the back of the blue net. Knuckles passing it on the left side, potentially to lefty. Lefty's going to shoot it on to the back wall. No one there to clean it up, except Solis is! But Wake Tech just barely finding the save there. Some incredible gameplay and some incredible defense.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just seeing every player right now just really giving it their all, playing their best. And this
Wow.
with just a minute and 40 left. I mean, this could be anybody's game.
Oh yeah, I mean Wake Tech, really has a knack for waking up. Excuse the bad pun, but they do. They start off slow, but when they're ready and they're warmed up, I mean, this is their first game and the first competitive game today. They're coming off the champions of yesterday, and they're coming off a little cold, but I have every faith that Wake Tech is gonna step up to the challenge and not let Daytona walk all over them.
Absolutely.
And Knuckles with zero boost off the right wall there.
Don't want to interrupt the gameplay here, but I've taught you well. I'm really proud of you. That was a great pun.
What can I say? Learning from the worst. But Lefty's going to take a shot on goal off the back wall after a fatal miss from what looked like onset there. And Daytona's going to take 3. Yeah, that was a big miss. You can't make those types of mistakes right now. And it looks like Wake Tech is just leaving themselves wide open. Perhaps it's time to, buck up on defense over there before Daytona runs away and keeps up that momentum. I mean, it is. It's
if
looking
you wanted to say wake up. No, absolutely. Though. Definitely need to see them step up a little bit. They don't look. Daytona definitely looks like the hotter team coming into this series so far. But I mean, very much, and here's no pun intended, honestly. But I wouldn't sleep on Wake Tech. They, once they get warmed up, which honestly, I'm not even seeing bad play really. I feel like it's all pretty solid. It's coming down to the, they're hungry. They want it, and they're coming off of that last game, that last match. Just riding a lot of momentum right now.
Yeah,
it looks like Daytona will take game 1. Yeah,
setting it down, and a 3-0. Lefty being the top player over here, with goals and saves, shots. I mean, just really being instrumental to the team's success.
No, absolutely. If
Solis taking a little bit of a backseat.
Just being where he's needed. But still, with an assist and 4 shots, putting that pressure where it's needed. But again, just like I was saying in the last match, look at the saves, look at the shot to save ratio. That was all Daytona's game. I mean, they held possession majority of the time there, and really gave Wake Tech a run for their money. But we've got a lot of games ahead of us. It's a really steep hill that Daytona has to climb. It's a great start to this match, but they've got to go really, really far if they want to make it all the way. So excited to see how the rest of this plays out.
With this tempo they've got going right now, it looks like it's a sprint for them and not a marathon. I mean, they're just trying to put those games away as fast as they can, keep the momentum, because once it stops, I mean, you don't know where they're going to go from there. Definitely don't want to. It seems like the higher you climb, the more you have to lose. So right now, Daytona's going to
absolutely.
It seems to take that first game, but many more to come. Back in here for game 2 of the first series. And we have onset, taking the shot, maybe, and let's see some good defense out of Wake Tech. That would be really instrumental to their success right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the defense was as solid as it could be in the last game. Really, they need to just shift the momentum a little bit and get better control of the ball and the midfield, so that they can actually start making more aggressive pushes.
Wow, that was a great challenge by Knuckles over there, coming from behind and getting not letting Wake Tech take the possession they want to take. That's kind of what they're doing. It can be very pesty, and Lefty is going to shoot into the bottom left there, just sneaking it right in.
Holy smokes! Look at this!
Wow.
What a redirect!
Wow!
It's a game of inches. My goodness! And again, Daytona opens up this game, exploding out the gate. Wake Tech has yet to score a goal in almost nearly 6 minutes of regulation.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough out there for them, but once they start connecting, Just kind of like that, but Desi's going to bounce it off the post, and they're going to try to sneak a shot in there, and no one's home for Wake Tech right now. Lefty might find the shot, and he has no boost to follow up on. It could have spelled trouble for Wake Tech, but, Daytona's going to get that boost right now. Solis is going to take it off their corner, looking for a carry. Doesn't get the reset, and Onset's going to go ahead and take back possession of that. Still chilling right now in the Wake Tech half. They're not really doing much with it. It's kind of just the ball's lingering in limbo there.
Yeah, I mean it's just been a lot of very that was great save there. A lot of kind of a stalemate going on here. A lot of back and forth from both teams, but neither looking like they're committing too hard to or too aggressively to anything in particular. Just every player on both teams trying to get something off the ground, but constantly just denied by an opposing player.
Yeah. I mean, it's oh wow!
There's nobody home.
Another one is gonna sneak into the Wake Tech net, and back into that bottom left corner. I mean, they really gotta start putting a caution sign there at this point, because Daytona's gonna take that shot all the time. If you leave the net open, they're gonna find a way to shoot it from downfield.
I mean,
Wake Tech's gotta be,
yeah,
more vigilant on that.
How many of those have we seen tonight? I mean, in our last matchup, I feel like we saw that so many times. The very same thing, just, the opposing team getting caught out, pushed up a little too far or with too little boost, not able to make it in time, and just watching Daytona get these easy goals straight across the pitch.
Yep. And they're going to look for some more, as... right now, Wake Tech can't seem to just get the ball out of their half. With a little bit of boost that they had, he takes a shot onto the post. Knuckles is going to try to carry it, and no one's there to clean it up. And actually, Flick Fillet with a dunk to put Wake Tech's first goal of the series on the board. Knuckles kind of clearing it out. A great pass over there by Dedsy, and Flick Fillet cleans it up. There we go. Now Wake Tech might start to, move from their slumber. So to speak.
Really trying to avoid saying "Wake." I get it.
Yeah.
we don't want to overplay it.
Yeah, right. Wake Tech's gonna try to clear it out their half right now. Yeah. Solis is gonna take a shot on, but it looks like Wake Tech is just staying steady on that defense. Here we have Onset taking it down to mid, no boost.
It's just the positioning by Daytona is immaculate right now. It's just it's just Wake Tech cannot find an opening. Every time they think they can clear it out, it's like, nope, I'm just going to block that. Someone from Daytona is there every single time, and they just cannot get a good spider web.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they're going to take another shot on it. Don't tell me that's bottom left. I mean, wow.
That's
here we go again. It is.
Holy
it is. It's like it has a magnet. They just found it. Knuckles finding it, and Wake Tech once again leaving their net open. But it was an incredible shot by Knuckles there to find the opportunity. Daytona just seems to be, looking for every opening and taking it. Hopefully, Wake Tech can do the same, and we can get a little more of a series.
I mean, absolutely. But I mean, even if they get the sweep in this series, we're still looking at a whole other match, another best of 5 for the true grand final, being that this is
wow.
Oh my!
This is the bracket final. The lower bracket reset final, and Daytona was trying to sneak another one in the bottom left over there. Flick Fillet going to go for a pass off the back wall. Solis taking down mid, a big flick over one defender, but still denied. It looks like Solis is going to take it off their corner right now. Daytona looking pretty low on boost, but Wake Tech's just not capitalizing. And they're going to keep finding themselves back in that orange half. Wake Tech net open yet again, but they couldn't find a shot, Daytona, to put another fourth goal in there. Right now, the series is 3-1. And Wake Tech's going to have to do something soon if they want to get this match off Daytona right now. No one home to Daytona's side. Yeah.
With just 20 seconds left, it's looking really unlikely they're going to get the 2 goals they need, and looks like this might be Daytona's game. I mean, is this going to be, 5 in a row that they've won?
Yep, Daytona's coming off hot right now. Wow, 5 in a row, 5 games in a row. That is definitely, I don't even know I wonder what the record is. in a final series, in a grand final, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. But another excellent game by both teams here. But Daytona was able to once again apply that pressure and just keep the momentum going and take the second game off of this best of 5 from Wake Tech. And again, you see the shots. I mean, 12 shots just between 2 players, and you see Solus really stepping into that supportive role. I mean, just with the assists and the saves constantly, like in the midfield denying, constantly on the backboard or at the net denying, and setting up his teammates. I mean, this Daytona is running like a well-oiled machine right now, and it's looking a little scary for Wake Tech.
It is. But right now we are, like you said, they got a long road to climb, to travel, and
that's how roads work.
Yeah, sure. And it looks like like Wake Tech could pick it up at any minute now. But just going back to that end game screen over there, you see how many blue little banners there. There's so many RLCS contenders. I mean, like right now, these guys are playing at the highest level in the some of the highest level in the nation, at least on the college level. This is an extremely competitive, matchup, and it just goes to show. I mean, like so many major league contenders over here. We could be looking at our future champions of the world, even. And it looks like Solus is going to go for a little bit of a flip reset there. But just right off the bat, Daytona has been so aggressive, and it's working for them.
Absolutely. And the thing is, I mean, every player, I feel like even on Wake Tech, I've just been seeing such excellent mechanical gameplay out of everyone. But it just seems like as a team, as a unit, so to speak, Daytona is really just they're just clicking. They're finding each other, and I don't know what it is about Wake Tech, but they just haven't found that rhythm yet.
Yeah, but we see Daytona getting very confident right now, taking big passes down the midline, and that confidence is well founded when you can shoot like Knuckles. I mean, wow! Look at that placement as being exactly where he needs to be. Solus with a shot on, and no one from Wake Tech to meet them. Kind of just have 3 people on the back line, but when Knuckles is taking power shots like that, you're not going to find it.
No, absolutely. And, I feel like this goes back to what I was saying earlier about momentum and just what a difference maker it is. And it just, I mean, like, Daytona right now, seriously, is just on fire. This is really...
It looks like you might not even stop him. It looks like, Denzi's looking for some bumps there. And Daytona's playing a little more, Wake Tech's playing a little more aggressive there, looking for those bumps and to clear out the blue net because, at the end of the day, if you can't get past them, remove them.
Honestly, and I feel like you can definitely sense some of the frustration in their gameplay here from Wake Tech. Just, again.
Your net, wow.
My gosh. Wow. Beautiful
lefty
pass
passing off the corner.
Lefty.
Yeah, Solus up in the air before the camera could even switch. Honestly, they're playing at breakneck speeds right now.
Yeah, this is tough. Honestly, I feel for the Wake Tech players right now. I don't even think they're playing bad Rocket League. Oh, and there we go.
Don't feel too hard because Onset is there to answer the call. I'm
sorry. You know what? I pity no one. You guys are great. Obviously, you know what you're doing, and they this excellent answer back right there. Just stop Daytona from breaking away with this one. And hopefully take this to a game 4. Not force the bracket reset so suddenly here.
Yeah, it could be very jarring for Wake Tech if they suddenly now they're fighting for it all. Right now, they got a little bit of a comfort, they got a little bit of a cushion, but if Daytona's going to take a 3-0 series off you, winning 6 games in a row, it can definitely be scary, especially for Wake Tech. But it looks like they're determined right now to break through that Daytona defense, but they just keep leaving their net wide open. You can't be doing that against Daytona. They're going to find the opportunity. Solus waiting patiently there off the right wall, Onset to clean it up, but it looks like Wake Tech has no boost, so they're really hoping to play, get a miracle play out of here. as Daytona is going to take some more possession and coming down the pitch like a bunch of hunters. I mean, they're looking for the goal, and they're looking to discourage Wake Tech right now from any sort of offensive play. You know, we have Knuckles going to take it into the corner. And, yeah, Wake Tech's playing a little defensively, waiting for their moment to strike. They've been getting a little bit of terrorized right now.
I mean, yeah, but we're finally seeing a little life out of them, you know? I mean, it's... I haven't been keeping track, but it almost feels like this is the longest in a little bit that I've seen Daytona not score a goal.
Yeah. You got to get a little counter going on, you know, minutes without Daytona scoring.
Beautiful
and here we have an almost...
Yeah,
beautiful save. Beautiful. Wow. I mean, that was a hard shot on, but Lefty was there to get it.
Yeah, absolutely excellent.
Nice 50, going to waterfall down. Here. Very dangerous, but Flick Filet is going to find it. Is anyone up right now on Daytona's side? No one there to take the shot, but right now Lefty might. Solis with a little bit of boost he has, going for that fourth goal. And we have a little bit of a double commit there on Daytona's side. They're going to pound it right there into the right wall. They have one Wake Tech defender dead, but it didn't really do much in terms of getting that next goal they need to really secure this win right now. Wake Tech any moment can strike and bring it back to tie game.
Yeah, and now with just a minute left, we're looking at Wake Tech here trying to get something going. Got a little awkward there for Onset, trying to set something up. Oh no, and it looks like he cut off his teammate who was going for a shot. A little miscommunication there. And it gave us Daytona just enough time, even though they're low boost, to recover and deny Wake Tech once again. With just a little over half a minute left to go here, a one-goal game. This could be anybody's game. Wake Tech really has to answer back right now if they want to have a chance to stay in this.
Yeah, both teams pretty high boost right now. Just kind of waiting for the next one to make a mistake. Ball's been floating in front of the Daytona side for a little bit now, but there's an iron wall that you cannot penetrate as Wake Tech puts shot after shot, but not finding the back of the net. They're going to take a shot on net. Soul is just shy of the dagger right there. Now Wake Tech has a chance to respond. Here we have ball finding mid. Desi with the shot on. Doesn't keep it alive. Flick Filet looking to take up the ball, but Daytona taking game 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bracket reset.
Wow, what a match. That was incredible. That
intense.
Yeah. I'm a little speechless. One, Daytona. Excuse me, Daytona. It's 6 in a row now. They're looking a little scary. I'm kind of worried here. But also, I mean, you know, you saw Wake Tech really step it up that last game too. And I mean, you can see on the scoreboard, it's just they increased their shot count by far, and it was Daytona actually forced to play more defensively most of that game, but they were still able to hold it down. It was 1-goal lead. It was all they needed.
Yeah. I mean, wow, just really, that was pretty intense right there. You know, I gotta say, that was excellent play out of Daytona. They're right now looking like some titans getting into this final round over here, and they forced the bracket reset with 3 of the clean 3 sweep in a row. Hopefully, Wake Tech has a response here to make this more of a series, because right now it's looking like Daytona might just take it all in 9, which would be an incredible feat on their side.
Absolutely.
But I don't think Wake Tech's going to go down easy. I don't think so.
Yeah, well, we'll find out shortly here.
There.
Yeah, we'll find out shortly here. We're just going to take a little intermission, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, after an exciting matchup here. We've watched Daytona claw their way out of the losers finals in a sweep against CBC Hawks. And then in the grand finals, took on Wake Tech and another 3-0 sweep. And now both teams, with everything to lose in the grand finals, we're underway.
Yup. I mean, this is it. You know, and this series will determine who is the national champions for the NJCAAE here. I mean, like, this is what the season's all about. This is the Premier League. This is about as competitive as it gets. And, you know, everyone's got everything on the line, just to reiterate what you said. And it looks like Daytona's going to miss that first scoring opportunity with a little bit of a whiff. And Wake Tech doesn't find a shot there, passing to no one. Maybe a little bit of solace in the corner. And this is just, I can sense all the nerves in this series, but I can also sense all the excitement, all the anticipation.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, like as we just said, these teams have been fighting the entire season to make it here. And now they're finally here. The moment's arrived, and Wake Tech, Flick Fillet, will get the first goal on the board.
Off the backboard.
Wake Tech.
Wow. Look at the way this passes it around Knuckles over there. I mean, that slight touch may not look like a lot, but it threw Knuckles off by a world's amount.
I gotta say, I mean, that one goal could define everything here for Wake Tech. I'm not sure, but this might be the first match where Daytona did not score first. And if it's not, it's one of the few. So Wake Tech getting on the board first is a really great sign, very promising for them.
It's going to set the tempo, and it looks like Wake Tech has arrived in Flick Fillet, coming off the flip reset there to bang it down into the bottom right of the blue net. I mean, that was beautiful. Wow, no boost, but still finding the shot. I mean, orienting that car in like 7 different vertices right now to get it in the net.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful recovery to stay with the ball there with no boost, and it looks like Lefty just couldn't make the catch there and paid dearly for it. And now we got Wake Tech up 2-0, just a minute and a half into this game. Plenty of game left to go. Let's see how it goes.
I mean, like, this is a completely different Wake Tech from last series. They are here. They are saying we will not go out without a fight. They're being so offensive right now, and they're playing pretty great defense. I mean, like, they're not letting Daytona take whatever shots they want to take. They're meeting them where they're supposed to meet them, and it looks like Wake Tech has arrived. You know, they just wanted to give the crowd a little bit of sizzle, a little bit of anticipation to make it come down to bracket reset. Winner takes all.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, now we're seeing Daytona really putting some pressure, not letting Wake Tech leave their own the orange half.
Wow.
And now
What was that?
Lefty will answer back with one of their own. I don't know what happened there. It looked like they were just asleep in front of the net. But
yeah.
Lefty just banged it right in. Perfect center shot right there.
Yeah. There was absolutely no one to challenge that there. It was a huge mistake out of Wake Tech there, but hopefully it will not change the momentum for them. And it looks like right now Wake Tech had an open net, and no one was there to capitalize. Lefty's going to take it off the right wall now. Onset looking to meet him, and he does, but Lefty still pummels it past him like a bulldozer. Wake Tech, you know, not really, not going to hold that possession down in the midfield. A beautiful flip reset by Knuckles there, but Onset's going to carry it anyway. You know, a good bump there probably could have sounded him another goal.
Amazing patience there by Onset to just wait for that.
Yep, I agree. You know, I mean, like, Onset has been a defensive staple. He's looking to go for a solo play here. Get around one. Flick Fillet doesn't find a shot as he's denied by Daytona. But Wake Tech is just going to keep going after going. That was a bad recovery off the Dizzy over there. He's not going to find the ball. But Flick Fillet is still going to deny it and clear the ball down the midfield. Knuckles there to answer. No boost to follow, though. But Solus doesn't care. He's going to bang it off the corner right now. Wake Tech looking to take it back into the blue half. A little low on boost. Probably not going to beat Knuckles on that challenge over there. Flick Fillet going to pass it on to the back half. Onset there to meet him. It looks like they got a demo, but no one's there to capitalize on Wake Tech's side.
That hurts. I mean,
Flick Fillet with a beautiful
flick. Had
flick
it right there.
I thought they did.
Was everything, but it didn't pay off.
Oh no!
There.
Open net to the hardest to make, but Deadsy is gonna clean it up for his teammate over there. Onset had a little bit of an awkward angle, but thankfully he got that nice demo, which cleared up the net, and Onset just took it home. That's what Wake Tech wants to see.
Yeah, honestly, and I always like to say, you know, I mean, if a good shot doesn't always need to find the back of the net, if it can at least end up being a good pass, I'm like, then you did a great job. It was a good shot, and that's absolutely what that was there. And now with just a little over a minute left in regulation, Wake Tech being up 2-0, being extremely aggressive with the bumps here. I don't know if you see Onset here.
Yeah.
This is definitely a different Wake Tech than what we saw out of them in the last match. You know, I think they finally found their rhythm, and now it's really seeing some great back and forth out of both teams here.
Yep, Lefty passing it off the right wall. Didn't find the shot. Daytona, you know, looking for that pressure right now.
Yeah, they're just trying to find some good possession. I mean, they got only a little over 30 seconds left, and 2 of their players have no boost. But they do have the ball on the Wake Tech half, just trying to find something, find a little opening, but great patience out of Wake Tech there to just stop them from getting anywhere, and now it looks like it's Daytona trying to scrap out of their side.
Yeah, it's looking scary for Daytona right now. I mean, like, this is bracket reset. It's anyone's game yet again, and it looks like Wake Tech is answering the call. We're taking the first match and ending Daytona's, tyrannical 6-game win streak. I mean, they were just owning the field on every account, but Wake Tech is here to put an end to that in the first game of our grand finals.
Absolutely. I mean, Daytona so far has showed up and shown out, but Wake Tech said, hey, don't sleep on us. Like, we're here to play too. And, we got a really exciting matchup here. I mean, this is, it turns out Daytona are only human after all. So.
Yep, they are, man. They are. Wow. This is exactly what we want to see. It looks like we finally have ourselves a real series. And, I had to break out the RLCS World Hat for the big moment.
That's right. I mean, it is the grand finals after all, the true grand finals here. Whoever loses goes home. So, really, really exciting though. Let's
I gotta say,
excited to get into the second game here. After seeing 2 sweeps back to back, I really would love to see a dramatic finish to this and see both teams play their hearts out, force a game 5, get into overtime. I mean, that's the fairy tale ending right there. And the way both these teams playing, I don't even know if I can handle game 5. I think how they must feel. And honestly, I'm very I'm a little nervous here. I genuinely couldn't place my bets on either team right now. It truly is anybody's game. I'm not just saying that.
Yep. Couldn't stress it enough. I mean, with so many high-level contenders over here, you can't count anyone out. Anyone can answer the call at any moment and really just turn the game around. As Flick Fillet is going to try to force a shot in there, but he's denied. Still looking for that early possession, early goal. It seemed to be very instrumental in Wake Tech's confidence and the way that they were playing. Excellent denial by onset over there. But is there anyone home to answer? No one finds a shot through as Lefty tries to take it with a little bit of boost. No one on Daytona's side with any boost right now. Finally found it. Flick Fillet is going to have a nice carry through the mid. Challenged by Solus. Not a whole lot going on right now as both teams are just looking to fight for the possession in the midfield.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Wake Tech start this one out with immediate possession, a lot of pressure on Daytona, but looks like Daytona found their way out, and now it's just back and forth with both teams. And an excellent bump at the goal line in Daytona. Knuckle just putting it away right there. Beautiful pass. Excellent bump by Solus. Truly great team play right there. And Flick Fillet with no boost just could not get there. And DreamWorks makes Shrek. All right. And now with 4 minutes left, Daytona gets the early lead in this one. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going. I mean, every time Daytona scores first, you've seen what happens.
Yep, exactly. I mean, they just put the onslaught on there. But Dezi's going to look to find his teammate. Flick Fillet with a shot on, denied by Lefty there. Excellent defense out of Daytona. Flick Fillet is going to keep that ball in the blue half over there. Solus with not a lot of boost to keep it in. Looking like Flick Fillet is getting some bumps, but it doesn't find its way back into the blue net. Onset bouncing it off the wall. Being a little pesky in the corner over there, but Knuckles is still going to manage to clear it. It looks like Wake Tech's going to have a lot of boost to take this into the blue half, but they're denied as Lefty says, no, you will not take it into our half. We're going to keep you over there and look right where we want you.
Yeah, excellent. We're really seeing the tempo pick up here from both teams. Both teams really trying to speed things up. It's even better defense.
Yeah, you got to say. Solo's looking to find Knuckles. Gets to dunk. Is anyone there to clean it up? Lefty with the shot on, but it's a little wide. Flick Fillet still there. Knuckles for another pass, but doesn't find it. I mean, Wake Tech right now is just on that ball, not letting it pass on the goal line. But could have spelled trouble. Wide shot in, but Knuckles is still going to find the shot. What happened there?
Ooh, spell trouble it did. It looked like the pressure was a little too much for Wake Tech, and they just could not keep up as Daytona has really ramped up the pace here. And another excellent shot by Knuckle.
Wow. Knuckles right now has got to be like the top scorer for Daytona's team right now. I mean, just some incredible good shots. Deadzy taking it out there, thankfully with a little bit of a nail-biter save. We just have just under half of regulation left to go Can Wake Tech go ahead and get some shots on the board? Looks like it's going to go fly out mid now. Solis a little bit awkward, and he misses it. Wow. Flick fillet, finding the needle. It looks like he had it.
It really did. I was about to say it looks so awkward for him right now, and this could be bad. And before the words could leave my mouth, the ball was already in the back of their net. Truly devastating there, but for Daytona, but great for Wake Tech. You know, they got to get themselves back on the board and get this game a little closer. You don't want to be down 2 with just a minute left fighting that way. Yeah.
And it looks like they made it a 1-goal game. Wow, lefty!
Ooh.
Finding the shot mid. I mean, what is the power on that? It's almost impossible to read unless you pre-jump it. Flick fillet, a little low boost. He had to have already been jumping by the time that lefty took that shot. But, I mean, like, who's going to expect it? It's lefty's specialty on the left wall. Banged it into Wake Tech's net. 3-1 with a minute 52 left to go. Can Daytona take game 2 and turn out the series?
Oh my
Beautiful
God.
bump on her knuckles over there. Solis not finding the shot, and no one's home.
We're just seeing the aggression out of Daytona again, and it's just they're just putting so much pressure on Wake Tech, getting so aggressive with the bumps and the demos, flying up for everything. And Lefty, just another beautiful read, just staying on the ball even without boost, being such a pest in the orange half. But Wake Tech finally able to get themselves out of there. Now Lefty trying to take it across the pitch. Gets the flip reset. Passes down to Knuckle. Beautiful shot. Past 2 defenders right into the back of the net. Another beautiful goal out of Daytona. Another team play. Excellent pass out of Lefty. This is what we're here for. Oh my goodness.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh my God. What a beautiful play. God, and it was 3 goals for Knuckle now, just in this game alone?
Yup. Knuckles, top scorer, kind of on Daytona's side, and is looking to keep it that way. Hoping for some stats after this game. But, yeah, I mean, like, Knuckles has been the hammer in this entire series. And, this entire day, really, all day. It's, oh my God, it's Knuckles.
Yeah, honestly. The question is, even if Daytona takes this game, will Knuckle be able to be the hammer that puts the nail in the coffin to put Wake Tech away once and for all?
It could very well be, but Wake Tech still has a couple seconds left to answer. I mean, 3 goals, very unlikely in this short time. Daytona's going to take game 2, it looks like, but Wake Tech could break some momentum down from Daytona, because once they get going, it's very hard to stop them. This is the match that we wanted. This is the ending we were hoping for. Back and forth for both teams. Daytona is going to end game 2 right now, scoring 4-1. Didn't quite keep it alive on Wake Tech's side. So what you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, that was a close one. It hurts a little bit there. You want to take some momentum into the next game. They couldn't find it there at the end, but hey, I just gotta say, I don't know if the players can hear us or something, but guys, like, we all want the fairy tale ending. We all want the drama, and I feel like they're kind of writing a little script here. Yeah, they're really giving us a show. Oh my goodness!
I mean, speaking of show, Solis really looks like he's watching the show from the back net right now, dropping donuts on the board. I mean, like, honestly,
hey.
Sometimes you don't need to touch the ball. You just got to be there in spirit. I mean, 90 points isn't even enough to get some XP on the board.
Okay, hold on. You need to put a little respect on my man Solis's name, okay? Look, I say this all the time. If you play Rocket League, if you've played this game a long time, you know that the points and the scoreboard don't tell the whole story, all right? And it's just, I mean, it's the positioning, it's the 50-50s, getting just a good touch, just being in the right place, right time for your team, even if it doesn't line up and, you don't get all the points, all the glory. I mean, you're still part of that team. They certainly could not have dominated that last match 4-1 without Solis's help.
That's true, and like they say, the bench players still get a ring. I'm just joking, but no, Solus is honestly, he's one of those captains that you need there. Based off our conversations with him last time, it's like you can tell he just really brings that calmness. I mean, like, he's determined to shut me up right now in game 3 with a beautiful flip reset. Kind of faking the Wake Tech half. Look at that. Wake Tech right now serenading the ball as they fly so gracefully into their net.
Absolutely. I mean, Solus must have heard you and they said, hey, man, I'm here too, okay? Oh my God, is it going to be another goal for Daytona? Ooh, that looked a little dicey there as Daytona putting the pressure on early on Wake Tech and seeing a lot of big whiffs out of Wake Tech. You got to wonder if the nerves are catching up to them after that dominant showing by Daytona in the last one.
If anything, I think it's going to give Wake Tech the wake-up call that they need. I mean, like, they like to go back and forth. They don't want a boring game. The more you push them, the more they're going to push back. Right now, Wake Tech needs the pressure to realize, hey, this is it. We got to show up and show out. Otherwise, we're going to lose this series. Flick Fillet taking a shot on it at the top right. No one's home from Daytona's side. A beautiful goal from Flick Fillet over there. I think the whole field of pass. And with 22 boosts, he goes ahead and takes a shot. I mean, Daytona just getting a little overconfident there. Yeah,
absolutely. And you can see them kind of taking their time, just giving them a little too much space, giving a little too much space to Wake Tech there on that one. And it looks like it's gonna drop down again.
That's it!
Oh my gosh! I swear, are these players listening to us? I feel like I'm in a call with them. Everything we say, they say, nope, you're wrong. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Another beautiful play out of Wake Tech and instantly answering back against Daytona. And now they take the lead 2-1 with 4 minutes left on the clock. This is the match we have been looking for.
Yup. Both teams really, putting so much pressure. I mean, like, it's gotta be exhausting. But when the adrenaline and the stakes are this high, it doesn't matter. They're gonna push through. They're gonna trudge on, and they're gonna keep getting those goals. Still, they gotta hope to play some defense and pick themselves up right now. Because at the end of the day, this is it. Right now we have Wake Tech, all in the back half. Knuckles going to look for a shot on. Down the post bar, denied by Onset over there with an epic save. Lefty is going to turn it on right there. Lefty playing Pesty. We have to rename him after this.
Honestly, though, it's been such a thorn in Wake Tech's side this entire match so far. And just really all night against both teams.
Yep. Knuckles finding himself a little awkward there. Gonna have to half flip to get himself back into position. It's gonna bounce off the blue half. It's just gonna float maybe into the net. No one has boots on Wake Tech's side to answer that goal right there. And Daytona's gonna get off easy with that potential scoring. A little bit of miscommunication on Daytona's side as we see a silly double commit.
I mean, even at the highest level, they still happen.
Yep. Beautiful pass over
this
there.
High and there's so much pressure.
Yup. Right now, both teams seem to fight for any modicum of possession as they looking for that next goal. Wake Tech looking to put a dagger in Daytona right now to get that game 3. And Daytona hoping just to tie the game to come for the crown, for what they fought so hard for with the 6-game win streak, ending it. Now they're back 7 games in the postseason right now in the finals. It's scary.
I mean, yeah,
but Wake Tech is still not going to find their goal 3. Yeah, 7 games just in today alone. That's something. Seriously. It looks like he's going to pass it mid for Dedsy. Dedsy looking for a little bit of a flip reset here. Doesn't find it. Onset's going to answer that right there. Going to flick lefty, waiting on the right wall for once. And he's going to look to pass it mid. Now it looks like Daytona is a little bit committed on that orange half. And rightfully so. Lefty's going to find the goal to tie up the game. 1:21, it's anyone's game again. I mean, what's happened there? Was that a whiff over there by Flick Fillet?
It looked like it, yeah. Just another fatal miss. Really difficult play to make. And again, what I was trying to say before, it's just all the pressure, all the nerves, just everything with your whole season on the line right now. It's got to be so difficult. And Flick-Fillet taking it down the pitch right now, really feeling himself.
Round 2
there.
defenders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing what he does best. I mean, his namesake is on the line over here. Tries to pass it mid. He's going to take it to the corner, but Solis is there to answer. Onset with a nice shot. Doesn't quite find it. Very wide. Knuckles having a rush back there. Going to take it on the right wall. And we have a little bit of a double commit there from Wake Tech's side. Not quite finding a goal nor a play. Daytona could find a scoring opportunity as Wake Tech rushes to get back. Solis going to try to pass it mid. Not much is going to happen there as Flick-Fillet has one to defender to beat. Tries to go for the fake, but Lefty is patient.
Hey, honestly, I mean, if there's one thing, one trait that I want to say has defined Lefty's playstyle today, it's patience. I mean, we've just seen it time and time again.
Wow. Trading demos over here on the pitch. And it looks like it went Wake Tech's way. With 11 seconds on the clock left, Wake Tech is going to take the lead. Could they be looking at Game 3 winning right now? Desi with a beautiful play straight into the net after the Daytona net was cleared up. Back on the pitch. Daytona's going to look right now to tie up the game. Knuckles is going to try to keep it alive. Solo's going for the shot. Fakes it. Gets it over. Can Knuckles find it in? And he does! With 1 second in! What a beautiful fake!
My goodness. Holy smokes. Daytona said, we need to stay in this. And with 1 second left, forcing an overtime.
The ball finds itself up. Nope. Overtime straight away. Both teams looking for that last goal. Knuckles might find it right here with the kickoff goal. Can he get it around Desi? And he does! What happened there?
What happened?
What happened? Desi asleep at the wheel, and Knuckles is just going to take it straight in. Was it a fake? It looked like it. That minuscule millisecond, if you saw there. We don't have instant replay, but that hesitation cost them the game, and they cannot keep doing that if they're going to find themselves in Game 4. Daytona taking Game 3 of the series, 2-1. Here we are.
That is so heartbreaking. My heart is broken for Wake Tech right now. I mean, 1 second left on the clock. You have the lead, and you lose it. You go into overtime, 4 seconds, a goal like that. What happened? Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I mean,
and you know what?
But you know,
I hate to call back. Yeah. I'll say I hate to call back again to RLCS finals. But this is looking a whole lot like that atomic mistake right there you saw at the end. Mm-hmm. It's what cost them the World Series. You know, just that the moment of hesitation, that second, that pixel where you don't make the decision you need to, cost them the game. And it's not quite the scale, but it's good. You don't want to see that at the end.
Oh, I know for the players it feels just the same, but hey, at least for Wake Tech, this does not spell the end. You know, that in RLCS, it's sent G2 home, but Wake Tech still got a chance here, and they really need to just keep their composure, just stay cool, get themselves back into it.
Yep, and it looks like we're going to go ahead, and Wake Tech is going to take their time out. So we will be back to finish up this series. Could Daytona take it all? National final, they can, win the national finals, or is Wake Tech going to respond and force a Game 5? Find out in Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back right now. Daytona at series point. Wake Tech looking to lose everything on the line right now. They had an incredible season, but it comes down to this one game here while they fight for tournament life. Could this be everything? Welcome back. Here we are, back on the pitch. 5 minutes on the clock. Lefty is going to take it off the mid immediately, looking for that pressure right now. Onset. A little bit of double commit on Wake Tech's side. That is not good. I hope this doesn't set the tempo for the game, but you know what? Guess not. As Desi takes a nice shot on, and yeah. Is that net over there? Not quite. Shot's just wide.
Looks like Onset clearing it out. Almost a shot on, right in the back of Daytona's net. But good clear out of Lefty here. And now it looks like Daytona's going to have to scramble to get out of their own corner as Wake Tech starts to speed up the game a little and apply a little pressure.
Yeah, Wake Tech has everything to lose, and Daytona just shy of the bar down right there. Onset, getting a flick, a big flick out of, a big demo over there.
But also a great flick. Beautiful block by Solus.
Oh, not a double commit. Wake Tech needs to get those comms flowing. Otherwise, it could spell trouble in the end for their offensive strategy.
I mean, right now it's Wake Tech putting all of the pressure on Daytona and them really controlling the ball, but they're just not quite executing and finding each other, making a play happen.
Now is not the time to play sloppy. I mean, Knuckles.
My God.
It just flows right in there. I mean, like,
what happened?
Honestly,
all three defenders back. So awkward.
It looked like that breakdown in communication. Somebody backflipped right there when he wasn't supposed to, and no one was there to pick that ball up. Daytona's going to take the first goal of the series, and it could mean trouble. You know what they like to do. Flick Flay going to take the shot on. No one's there to finish it up. Lefty clearing it back down into the orange half. Wake Tech a little low on boost, but they're going to clear it out. Onset with no shot, and it looks like Daytona's going to have an easy clear back in. Nice demo by Flick Fillet, but it's not really going to do much when the ball's in the other half. You got to get back for defense. Dedsy with no boost, but still going to take it back one defender. Lefty to answer the call. And, is that ball just going to fall right back into Sola's hands? Right now, Wake Tech needs to take a better possession if they're going to hope to get the next goal on the board. Daytona is doing fantastic right now at keeping them at bay and being exactly where they need to be.
I mean, yeah, pretty much for the rest of this game, all Daytona needs to worry about is not letting that ball get into their net. Some insurance goals would be nice, but as long as they can play solid defense and disrupt whatever Wake Tech's game plan is offensively, they can potentially take this all the way. And
he's gonna Lefty with a beautiful save in the top left. Very little boost. Great placement, but it wasn't just quite enough. Onset's gonna clear it down to the left wall, but Lefty's there to answer. Flick Fillet looking to get a beautiful flick, but he couldn't quite find it when the net was wide open. Right now, both teams are gonna battle all out in the midfield. As Lefty's gonna go for a flip reset, and he finds it around one defender. Solus not quite finding the shot. Wake Tech looking a little scared right now.
It looked like Daytona. It looked like they expected a third man to be there for that shot, but unfortunately they weren't, playing a little passive. But honestly, I mean, on Daytona's part, that really is the best strategy right now. You have the lead. You don't need to overcommit and try too hard. You just really want to stop Wake Tech from getting anything going, and they've done such a great job of that.
Speaking of great jobs, that was a great demo. Right now, Wake Tech has been absolutely hammering Daytona on defense, trying to get any opening they can. It can be so tough against a team like them, and you have to take the opportunities when you can. No bar down, no one there to clear it out. Knuckles going to have an easy save. Dedsy's going to look for some boost as he tries to take it off the left wall there. Isn't going to be met by Solus. Beautiful fake over there. No one to pass it to quite. Can someone get up mid faster? And he does. The shot is not on. Oh, wow. Flick Fillet just barely missing.
Oh, it's just missed opportunity after missed opportunity. I mean, it's just...
This is it.
I don't know if it's the nerves getting to them, but with just 1 minute left, Wake Tech, they're just not looking like their best selves, and they have to get something going.
I mean, 52 seconds before we crown our new national champions. Wake Tech, you have to wake up now if you want any chance of getting your title. Knuckles gonna clear to the left wall. Lefty taking it mid. Passes down to Solus. Shot on. Flick Flay gonna be there for the save. 0 boost. Beautiful save. You gotta get something soon though. Passing it mid. Just a little wide. You gotta get that boost grab. What is this breakdown of communication over here?
Oh,
you cannot stall for time like this. Oh, you gotta go for anything right now.
I mean, he's got nowhere to go with 0 boost there, and just defender to someone in front of him who does have boost.
Yep.
Just absolutely.
10 seconds on.
Now it's the last few seconds,
And that's
potentially of the entire season for WakeTech here.
Yep. Here we go. Onset tries to keep it alive. Denied by Solus. Now it's 0 seconds up. Onset taking it to the left wall. No one there from WakeTech to receive, and they're gonna drop the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our new national champions, Daytona State.
Wow, what an impressive showing by Daytona. Holy smokes. And honestly, I mean, like we said earlier, every team deserves to be here and make it as far as they made it. But Daytona, I mean, they came to play today. They were hungry and they ate. That was an incredible match.
Yes.
But wow, hats off to Daytona.
Yes.
Congrats to our new national champions.
Congratulations. Wow.
And
thank you,
my heart's
WakeTech.
racing right now.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Me too, man.
Yes, to everybody.
Thank you, WakeTech, for putting on an incredible series. You guys, you had it. It was some tough games, but when your opponent's at Daytona, it's hard to bring it home. And yeah, that was a beautiful series by everyone there. I couldn't get enough, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I'm almost a little sad we don't just have more games to watch because it's been such an amazing night. A lot of great matches, but Daytona, I mean, you guys really earned it. And I think we'll have an interview coming up here in just a moment. Be joined by
we got Lefty.
Yep. Be ready in just a second, but wow. Holy smokes. Just again,
Wow.
hats off to everyone. I mean, WakeTech, you guys really did still play your game. Hats off to everybody. It's been a phenomenal night.
I can't get over the fairy tale ending for Daytona right now. They're coming from the losers bracket. They forced a bracket reset in a sweep, and right now, here they are, 3-1, in some of the toughest games of possibly their lives to take it all home, take that medal home, the plaque, whatever the best trophy they get.
No, honestly.
I mean, national champions, that's a feat. That's a feat.
Mm-hmm. Good for them, honestly. And just they had so much adversity to face and so many hills to climb, and it just it seemed like nothing. They just I mean, a sweep, and then 3-1. 9-1 is their record on the day. Yeah, they're the champions. They earned it.
Yes, they are. And you know what? Right now, let's hear from the champion. Let's get Lefty in here. You heard enough of us talking. Lefty, how's it going? You must be on fire right now. I mean, that was an incredible series out of you. Everything out of you is just beautiful. Pounding the shots in to the left and apparently the right. You're not a one-trick pony. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. Just won a national championship. So
yes. Congratulations.
Yeah, I gotta say, I was commenting on this a lot, or a little bit throughout all the matches tonight. But I felt like you were very much like an anchor for the team. And just constantly, I saw you patiently waiting, like in your box, at your net, in the midfield, and just getting these really strategical like challenges and just stopping the other team from getting any momentum constantly. And I don't know. I mean, I guess my question to you is just how do you feel like you played? I mean, I feel like you guys all really showed up tonight, showed out, played your hearts out. But yeah, I mean, like, was there a game plan? Were you just kind of flying by the seat of your pants and you just kept your composure? How'd you guys do it?
Well, our game plan was, I think, obviously yesterday we got reverse swept by them. So
Right.
I think our game plan, because we've beat them the other series that we played. I think it was like 3 series that we had beat them prior to that. So we knew that we were the better team. I think we just got like a little uncomposed and like rushed. So we made an emphasis on like, wait, let somebody force for you, just play like you're the better team, don't panic. And that was kind of just our game plan. We outpaced them if we just play our best. So we just tried to keep the pace up, keep the pressure up, cut for each other, play for each other.
No, I mean, it definitely showed through all of your guys' games tonight. You guys honestly just such a dominant run tonight. I could feel the confidence like coming off of your guys' cars. It was amazing.
Yeah, our game plan was literally we're the best team as long as we play like it. So that was our game plan. Play like the best team because we are.
Yeah,
I mean, you proved it. You're
Shoot.
literally the national champions.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been reading the chat over here. Everyone is saying Daytona's got aura. You know, you guys showed up and just
infinite aura.
Infinite aura.
I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a goal that Knuckles scored where I just completely whiffed the ball and it worked as a fake, and I just yelled aura in NJC.
That's
no
so
kidding.
good.
Seriously? Oh my god.
I know
That
the
is
goal you're
fantastic.
talking about. That's beautiful.
I can only imagine that. I mean, like, I just coming fresh off the win. What was everyone's reactions like? It's like having that experience, like, winning the championship. You did it all.
Yeah. So it was unreal, to be honest. Like, whenever the clock hit 0 and the ball hit the ground on the last game, I remember everybody yelling, but I couldn't tell you a single word that got said. It was like a fever dream almost.
I'd love to hear the comms for that.
Nah, seriously, that was, you gotta get Rocket League mic'd up next time, honestly.
Right? Well, I want to say, I mean, you're a champion. You won this season. Really, I just want to leave the floor to you. If there's anyone you want to thank, anything you want to say, anything you want to put out there, the floor is yours, Lefty.
I think the most thanks has to go to my 2 teammates. We scrim all the time, played together for years prior to playing in college. So we've put a lot of time into being who we are. And then also a big thanks goes out to our esports coordinator. He's there for every single practice, every single game. He's always checking up on us. How you feeling? Anything you want to talk about? Like, he's super, super involved. So very thankful for that.
That's amazing. I mean, I love to hear it. I mean, it sounds like you guys have such a great chemistry, great relationship all with one another, and it really shows through your gameplay. So, once again, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
It's incredible. You have a great night, and don't party too hard, So
I'll try not to. See you guys.
All right, take care.
Wow, what a great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. It has been an incredible, last couple hours here casting these games. It's been an honor to really just commentate at this high level, especially at the grand finals for the National League. It's just it is something beautiful to watch to see these players come together, the sportsmanship, the gameplay, everything. I couldn't ask
absolutely
for a better series to cast.
I mean, yeah. And before we close out, I mean, I'd like to give my own thanks to the coordinators for NJCAA for giving us this opportunity. To my co-caster here for doing this with me. And really, more than anything, to the players for just playing their hearts out and just putting on a great show for us, for everyone tonight. Congrats again to everyone.
Yeah. So that's a wrap. Thanks again for joining us, and that's Rocket League.
That's Rocket League.